Hello! Summer is coming soon. Because of the child, may arrange a trip in the summer. Or maybe it's a business trip. So what about the Phalaenopsis you raise? How to water? I'd like to share a few with you today. A simpler way to water. Take a look at this one first. This orchid was grown with bare roots. If it is time to travel, it will take about 2 or 3 weeks. Like this Phalaenopsis, soak it completely before you go. Or rather, spend the night. Under the cup, a little more water flows. This water will last about a week. And then another week or 2. The root will be completely dry. At that time, I happened to come back. This pot is also similar to bare root maintenance. It's just that it has some water in it. Then this one is the same way. Soak it overnight. And then leave a water level of 2 or 3 centimeters at the bottom of the basin. That's almost enough to support it for 2 or 3 weeks. The previous talk is about bare root maintenance. Share it below. How to water Phalaenopsis with different plant materials. Like this pot is ceramsite, charcoal mixed with pearl salt. It has a bottom hole at the bottom of the cup. There are also many openings on the side of the cup. I also gave him a soaking basin the night before departure. After soaking for a few hours, pour out the water. Then what about inside the cup set on the outside of him? Also put about 2 or 3 centimeters of water. In this case, 2 or 3 weeks. He can also maintain. If you are using tree bark, and use some pearl salt and volcanic stone, such a mixed plant material. There are no holes in the bottom of this plastic cup, only the side has holes. Then pour the water in and soak it for a few hours. That is, soak for a few hours before you leave. The purpose of this soak for a few hours, just to make you sticky. The bark, these qualities can absorb water. After maintaining him like this, 1 water requirement for 2 or 3 weeks. After soaking for a few hours, take out this flower pot. Then drain some water from the side hole, because it has no bottom, so its bottom. There are 2 more, 3 centimeters, 1 water storage space. Let this water remain in it. You don't have to drain all the water. Maybe there are some flower friends. He used a combination of pottery chestnut and water platform. There are some pottery chestnuts at the bottom. The top is a water table. This method is slightly different. The water-locking water absorption with a water table is better. If it is a water table, you can let it absorb water for 10 to 15 minutes. No need to leave it for a few hours or soak it overnight. After the water table sucks up the water, take this and pour the water out of the cup. It's not quite done. Is that ceramsite down there? You can leave a water level of about 2 centimeters. This is also for you to go out for 2 or 3 weeks later. He provides him with some humidity and moisture. Of course, if you go out, there are also family and friends who can help you water. Then you can also ask them to water it instead of leaving by yourself. Spend so much time doing these operations for him. Of course, you ask someone else to water it. Be sure to emphasize to him, don't pour too much or too often. One more thing to keep in mind. It's summer and the temperature is slowly getting higher. Be sure to open the doors and windows a little bit. Let the air circulate. It's best to give him a fan. Speed up the circulation of air, because it is not easy for you to open the doors and windows when you go out. Just add a fan. Let it air out a little more. If a family member or friend helps you water it, be sure to talk to them. Try not to accumulate water in the cup for a long time. For example, what about the water maintained by this water table? Don't keep soaking in the water table. In this case, it is easy to cause rotten roots. If watering in summer, pour water into the heart of the leaf. Let him have a stagnant water. Suppose no one helps you water. There is another way. Just use this self-priming flower pot. there is a guide rope. Pour the water into the planting material above. In this case, before you go out, refill that water. Just let him slowly absorb water up by himself. This self-priming water skateboard can also be bought online. Then you can make it yourself. You use a drink bottle. Cut the drink bottle into 2 sections, then throw the top section upside down. It's a self-priming water board. We talked about this in the previous video. If you feel troublesome behind self-priming water, so you find a vessel like this. The one without the bottom hole is bigger. Then put your orchid with a bottom hole pot. Put it all in this tray. Put a little water in this tray. In this way, relatively speaking, pour pots one by one. Go soak. Take it easy. And this is still good. Provides a relatively high humidity for orchids. So killing 2 birds with 1 stone. One gives the orchid some moisture. The second one provides the right humidity. Then the water level of this tray about 2 centimeters. It can also last for 2 or 3 weeks. And that's what I want to share with you today. If you are on a business trip or traveling for a while, how about the Phalaenopsis at home? Let him have water to absorb. How to maintain it until you come back? Nothing happened to him. Just a glue. Second air circulation. Thanks for watching. See you next time.